A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. Of course her parents don't have a problem with me being black. She's past the wall. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
So you got drunk at a frat party, then fucked the football team? You're not a rape victim, sweetheart.
You're a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this, the 100th edition of TSR Live. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp, and if you want to listen to past episodes, you can go to my website, thesharpreality.com. You can also find them on iTunes, SoundCloud, the Google Play app on your mobile device, and of course, right here on YouTube. There are now 3 ways you can support the show. The first way is to contribute via PayPal at the bottom of my homepage or my YouTube channel. The second way is to bookmark the Amazon link on my website and do all your Amazon shopping through that link. And now, of course, the third way is through Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. If you guys have questions, comments, show ideas, or personal stories you'd like to share, you can either go to the contact tab on my homepage or you can tweet the show at #TSRLive with Donovan Sharp. iTunes listeners, make sure you guys leave a review if you want to support the show, and if you're listening on YouTube, be sure to hit the like button. So let's see who's in the house here before I get this party started. Let me look in the chat. Oh, it doesn't show anybody in chat. I see a few of you guys are listening. I don't see anything in the chat. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and all right, I'm sure I'm having trouble with the chat feed, so I'll just go ahead and get started here. Western females today, American females in the West, etc. They simply do not respond to good treatment from their significant others anymore. They just don't respond well to that. If you call her beautiful, she gets big-headed. She stops trying to look good for you. She starts packing on the pounds. If you are attentive to her needs, she calls you clingy. If you send her good morning texts every day, her responses will become less and less frequent and further apart. Listen, the list goes on, but you guys get the general idea. The better you treat women these days, the worse they treat you. Now, on the flip side, telling her that she looks all right instead of drop dead gorgeous, or being completely selfish by ignoring her needs in favor of your own and texting every few hours or really whenever the hell you feel like it, that kind of behavior from a man makes women's pussies wet. What it also does is it elicits the kind of loyal behavior that we used to dream about when we were all sexless beta boys. And to be quite honest with you, it's kind of it's kind of fucked up. It really should. I mean, it shouldn't be this way, and I hate that it's like this. But like I said earlier, to me, it's a travesty in this day and age that the worse you treat females, the better they treat you. It absolutely sucks, but you want to know something? We're men, we have to adapt. And if we want to get our dicks wet, this is what we have to do. If we want loyalty from our women, this is what we have to do. Proclaiming your love and allegiance for a woman is probably these days the quickest way it's the quickest way to start her path to disavowalment. Again, the better you treat women, the worse they treat you. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line. Now, infidelity is the ultimate slap in the face to men and women alike, depending upon the relationship. But what most people don't understand is that the effect is very, very different between the sexes. Most of us who listen to content like this, we understand how a cheating woman affects us as men. It literally destroys us. I've been down that path many, many times. But females, guys, they're affected very differently by infidelity. Really, the truth is that the fallout for a cheating male, for a cheating man, actually works in his favor more often than we probably realize. So what I'm going to do is and let me preface this by saying this before I get to the reasons that low quality females need you and want you to cheat on them and why they love you more for it in this fucked up bizarro world that we live in. I'm going to go ahead and qualify this by reiterating, low quality broken females need you to cheat on them so that you can love them more. High quality females who look good for you all the time, represent you well in public, etc., they don't need you to cheat on them. They don't want you to cheat on them. Listen, they need to know that you could if you wanted to, so that they can remain attracted to you. And that, again, that's for a whole other podcast episode. But low quality females, they need you to take it one step further. Not only do they want to know that you can cheat on them if you wanted to, they actually want and need you to cheat on them. They would never admit this out loud, and they probably don't even realize it. But this is what they want. This is what they need. A low quality female who has been cheated on by a man will be much more loyal to a man who she knows would never cheat on her. That's just how it is. So the first reason low quality females need their men to cheat on them is because they need to know that he has balls. They need to know that he has backbone. Most men in this part of the world, here in the West, the United States, they wouldn't so much as verbally disagree with his female, or really, for that matter, even raise his voice at her. Men like this are, for lack of a better term, they're fearful. They're afraid of the proverbial shitstorm that they think will happen if they sort of upset the apple cart, upset the balance. For this reason, they live in kind of a perpetual state of discontentment caused by this fear. They want to raise their voice if they're female, but because they're afraid of what might happen, they don't. They kind of bottle it up inside, and they take their frustrations out in other ways. A man in a relationship where he's not afraid to check his woman, put her in line for any reason, will lose the single most important element in keeping a woman loyal, and that is respect. Guys, a woman cannot love a man she does not respect. It can't be done. And if a man doesn't have any backbone, if he doesn't have any balls, his woman can't respect him, let alone love him. Okay? That is the number one precursor to love. You have to have her respect. Now, if you go out and talk to listen, we all have mothers, sisters, some of you guys out there have daughters, we all have female friends. According to women, the general consensus among women, two of the worst things a man can do to a woman within the context of a sexual relationship is physical abuse and infidelity. But knowing what we know about women here in the manosphere tells us that these two crimes, and I'm using air quotes here, those two things keep them around a hell of a lot more than the opposites, all right? I've actually addressed the effects of physical abuse towards women in a Return to King's post I did, why women stay with abusive men. I did a podcast episode on that a while back either. Now, just to be clear, nobody here condones hitting women, all right? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. But guys, the hard truth is that battered women respect their abusers more than any man in their lives, and it's as simple as that. A man who won't put his hands on a female won't get as much respect from said female as a man who does. As sad as this is true. I'll actually take it a half step backwards. A woman can be in a relationship with a man who she knows would never lay a hand on her under any circumstances. She could also be in a relationship with a man she's not 100% sure wouldn't knock her ass out if she gets out of pocket. The man she's not 100% sure would not put his hands on her should she get out of line or get out of the pocket, or get out of the pocket. I'm talking football now. That's the man that she's going to respect. A man doesn't have to lay his hands on a woman to gain her respect. She just has to have that sliver of doubt. Okay, if I piss this guy off, I don't think he would hit me, but I'm not 100% sure that he wouldn't. It's the same thing with infidelity. Quality females need to know that you could cheat on them if you wanted to. Low quality females need you to cheat on them. Infidelity works exactly the same way. Just like I said, if your woman doesn't think you'll cheat on her, or worse, doesn't think you could, she instantly loses respect and attraction for you. Similar, I would draw a similarity to raising your voice at her or being physically abusive. It shows that you have and again, nobody's condoning being physically abusive, but both of those things shows women that particular man has the ability to grab his Y chromosome, show some testicular fortitude, and won't hesitate to do so if the situation warrants. No, she's not going to like it when she finds out you were balls deep in your side chick last night, guys, okay? Yes, she'll cry and she'll scream and she'll throw a tantrum, but she will be infinitely more loyal to you than her ex, who told you he'd never dream of cheating on her because he loved her more than life itself. This, again, is simply a microcosm of how fucked up women are. She has no respect for the man who would never cheat on her, but the man who cheats on her, that's the guy she's loyal to. This is why low-quality females need you to cheat on them. The second reason why low-quality females need you and want you to cheat on them is what I call post-selection. Now, for those of you who are familiar with red pill vernacular, we've all heard of pre-selection. That is, if a woman sees you around other attractive women, if she sees that you have the approval of high-value females, pretty females, high-value men, if they see that you have the respect of men, that is pre-selection. Post-selection is it's not the opposite of that, but post-selection, I'll go ahead and explain this. Men who consume red pill content, they understand the concept of pre-selection. Now, pre-selection works wonders before the hookup, but post-selection can and will burn you if you don't take the necessary measures to avoid your current chick from witnessing your exploits with other girls. Like, if you have a main chick and she sees that other girls are giving you attention, that may be fine, but if she catches wind that you're fucking a few of them, that can blow up in your face very, very quickly. That's post-selection. Listen, you attracted her because other people were attracted to you. She needs to see that other people are attracted to you. Again, quality females don't really want you to be fucking other chicks, but they need to know that you can if you wanted to. Now, even the best relationships, guys, those relationships do tend to get a little stale at some point. I mean, it could be for any number of reasons, guys. It could be because of weight gain from either or both of you being around each other too much, just general. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. I just made a girl that I was dating my main chick. And yeah, things have been great. She's been my main chick almost now for a month. And I spent almost a year and a half sort of grooming her to be my main chick. Well, now that she's my main chick, she's around me more, she gets to see me more, she gets more of my time. And almost instantly, the shine has kind of worn off. Like, I can see, and listen, this isn't any slight on her, this is just the human condition. But I can tell just in our everyday activities that she's not as enamored with me as she once used to be, because she's around me more. This doesn't mean she doesn't feel the same. This doesn't mean, well, fuck that stupid bitch. Once she gets with me and all, no, it's not that at all. The more you have of something, the more the novelty wears off. Yes, she still loves me. Yes, she still cooks and cleans for me. Yes, she still wears slutty clothes, but I can still, but again, now that I'm around her more, I can tell that some of the shine has gone away. And listen, I 100% expected this. I'm a human being. She's a human being. These things are going to happen. Now, one such reason that sticks out to any particular woman that you're in a relationship with is that her attraction to you has dwindled because she hasn't seen any glimpses of that pre-selection that drew her to you in the first place. And the reason for this, again, this is just a human response. You've been so focused on her and only her that you don't really take to flirting with other girls or really exhibiting the domineering persona that grabs and holds the attention of attractive females. Now, at some point, if it gets extreme, her hamster starts to spin a little bit, and it will subconsciously sort of put thoughts into her head like, is he really the best I can do right now, or is he really as attractive as I thought he was? Well, guess what? To a low-quality female, sticking your dick in another chick indirectly makes both of those answers emphatic yeses. Your girl finding out you've been humping around will remind her that she's not the only woman who finds you attractive enough to sleep with. And if your side chick is attractive, it solidifies the fact that you are the best that she can do. Now again, guys, she'll cry, she'll scream, she'll call you names. And listen, she may even break up with you. All right, she may even sort of try to pull that trump card move. But you can bet your bottom dollar that as she's crying into her beta orbiter's arms, she's wishing his arms were yours. And if you're a high enough value male with game, you're in good shape, you can just about guarantee that she'll be back with a hell of a lot more loyalty and appreciation for you before you stepped out on her. Now, the last and final reason that low-quality women want and need you to cheat on them is a standard tenet or a standard doctrine of game, which is drama and dread. Drama and dread, guys, should be two of the most used items in your player tackle box. Any man who regularly sleeps with beautiful women knows that if there's no drama, she's bored. Now, he also knows that if she feels secure in the relationship, she's going to get complacent. Again, she's human. This is just how it works. Boredom and complacency, gentlemen, is that's a recipe for all kinds of shenanigans. Again, weight gain, bitchiness, granny panties, cheating, etc. Listen, all of those things, all of those elements are floating at or near the surface anyway. But if your relationship becomes mundane, she'll find a way to change that by any means possible with the aforementioned behaviors. That's when she'll start doing that stuff. Now, fucking another girl is sure to create both drama and dread. When she finds out about your affair, yes, there will be plenty of fireworks like I've discussed before. In addition, what she'll do, and she might try to drag your name through the mud, but in addition, she'll tell anyone who will listen to her, going on and on about her quote, scumbag boyfriend who cheated on me with that slut, and she'll tell the tale as dramatically as a Broadway actress. Cheating also activates dread. Now, in my personal experience, guys, nothing, and I mean nothing, has been more effective in keeping my females in line than good old-fashioned dread game. Now, you have to understand that there are a few levels to it. So I'll go through my 3 levels here. Level 1 is just flirting, all right? Flirt with other chicks in front of your girl. When she sees this behavior, she may call you on it, she may not. But she'll be motivated to step up her game because she sees that you can and will replace her if she doesn't keep her shit together. Level 2 is texting or talking on the phone to other girls in front of your girls. Again, guys, this is a bold move, but if she ain't acting right, she needs to be reminded that you could bounce at any time. Just use the old adage, well, she's a friend, or relax, it's not like I'm fucking her, and then pause for like a second, and then say yes. Look her right in the eye with kind of a smirk, and I guarantee you she will fucking suck the soul out of your dick that night. And of course, the last and final level is actually cheating. Cheating is maximum level dread game. It's one thing to flirt with. It's one thing to flirt with girls. It's one thing to text or talk to other chicks. It is another thing entirely to actually fuck one of them. Listen, the first 2 levels sends a message. The last level absolutely confirms it. I've said it twice now, and I'll say it again. Your girl is going to cry. She's going to scream. She's going to throw a fit. She's going to call you names. She might even dump you. She'll throw things at you, and she'll rue the day she ever met you. But when the smoke clears, guys, which could take a few days, but when that smoke clears, and it will, she will love and respect you tenfold. I guarantee it. Again, this goes for low-quality women. You cheat on a low-quality woman, she's going to do all kinds of crazy shit. But when the smoke clears, she's going to have more love and respect than you could ever imagine. Now, the reality of infidelity is that it could end your relationship in a hurry. Okay, yes, you're going to earn a respect and adoration for having the balls to step out on her, but the fact of the matter is that it could still blow up in your face. I mean, or at least initially. You may want to save cheating for normal broken women out there. Like I said, don't cheat on quality women, or if you do, check out episode 20, the 10 side chick commandments. Don't fuck up a good relationship with a good woman, all right? But by the same token, you have to understand that if you recognize that she's a low-quality woman, do whatever the hell you want. Cheat on her, and like I said, she'll love you a lot more. I'm not going to tell you guys that that your woman will never leave you, or that she won't go and fuck someone else because of your infidelity. All right, like I said, cheating on your girl could result in some unintended consequences, but at the end of the day, guys, females respect, admire, and obsess over men who show that they are unafraid of them. And they don't, listen guys, they respect men who don't sweat it if the so-called relationship ends in a whirlwind of drama and tears because of the infidelity or what they'll characterize as abuse. If nothing else, guys, we know they're a hell of a lot more loyal to those men than betas who end things amicably, wouldn't lay a hand on them, or like I said earlier, ever dream about so much as looking at another woman. Cheat on low-quality women. You are doing them a favor. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Guys, make sure you like the video if you're watching on YouTube, and leave me a review if you're listening on iTunes. Don't forget to bookmark the Amazon link on our homepage if you want to support the show, or contribute via PayPal or at patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next time.